Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I just got back to my apartment and I just set up my computer, so it was a hasty setup. I'm gonna readjust everything, but I think it's okay. I think. Anyways, we're gonna start. We're gonna try this out. I love visual novels. They're so good. They're so much fun.
あの夏を覚えている。
I'm in the way. Where am I? Hold up. And then, hold on, let me flip me. Flip. There we go. Alright.
何も持っていなかった。何も分かっていなかった。33年前、16歳の夏。
Wow.
あの年、見たこともなかった夢が現実になった。運命の声は穏やか。顔を上げて目をすがめた。あの日の刺すような日差しが今も眩しい。もしもし、ねえ、今どこにいるの
？I can't wait to see the characters. They're so pretty. Oh. I'm pretty sure I know like half the cast from playing other novels. That's so pretty. Handsome. Okay. Probably shouldn't be interested in him. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that the sunflowers won't bloom this year. Surely the morning glories wouldn't bloom either.
天使の彫刻、眠ってる。
I'm sure that's because it feels so out of place here. Even if you plant seeds here, it's not like they will even sprout.
門から玄関まで歩くってだけでも驚くのに、敷地の中に噴水まであるなんて。
Fountains are expensive. I will agree with that. The government declared a few years after I was born that we as a nation were no longer in the post-war period.
ここだけ日本じゃないみたい。
Oh. I didn't even know it was possible to be this incredibly wealthy. I guess you can't imagine the likes of something you've never seen before. The grounds are so vast. From here, the gatekeeper looks so small. It has been exactly 1 week since I stepped foot into this completely new world, where even the air I breathe feels different from any other place I have lived until now. It all began when I met the head of the household, a man named Iwakura. Really don't want to go to job with girls name. At the beginning of the month, I quit the construction company I'd been working at since I graduated from junior high school. It had only been about a year since I started there. I even told myself that I wouldn't run away, no matter what happened. Both my boss and his business partners were much older than me, yet I had to deal with their advances every single... Oh, poor girl. The feeling of that huge, moist hand grabbing my thigh my last day there, it still clings to my skin. It just won't go away.
あんた、何一丁前にため息なんかついてんの。ため息をつきたいのはこっちよ。全然売れてないじゃない。だってガラクタばっかりなんだもん。こんなの誰も買ってくれないって。買ってくれないじゃなくて売るの。あんたが出戻ったせいでうちも大変なんだから。分かってんの
This is Kitagawa Orphanage. It's the place where I spent the majority of my childhood while I was being moved around to different foster parents and institutions. I spent the last year here before I was eligible for employment somewhere. We were hosting a bazaar that day to raise money to help with the orphanage's operating costs. Tableware with ugly patterns, towels with their colors faded, and the crown jewel of the lot was a doll with a creepy face. It was all so ridiculous. Everything was lined up in front of me, and all of them were items that seemed like they were particularly unlikely to sell. That's... I wish I never painted something like this. It's a watercolor painting I made of a bird. I've almost never been praised for it, but I've loved creating works of art ever since I was little. Usually I just doodle something in my sketchbooks, but since I came back to the orphanage, I've been doing some paintings while I spend time with the younger kids. It was only in those moments that I could just forget about everything and enjoy myself. However, much to my dismay, this caught the attention of one of the staff, and since they thought it'd help liven things up, they ended up selling my art at the bazaar. Maybe I should just quit painting. I was just doing it for myself as a way to relax, but when they decided to put my art up for sale, it felt like both my art and the feelings I put into it were as worthless as the rest of the junk they were selling it with. Ugh, everything is truly awful. The weight of the stress made my head hang low.
この絵はいくらかな？色使いがすごくいい。娘が気に入りそうだ。おや、申し訳ない。こちらは売り物じゃなかったかな？
いえ、売り物です。
もしかして君が描いたの
？Oh, I forgot to read. That's when I saw him, Mr. Iwakura, with a wonderful smile on his face, began admiring my artwork with this incredibly sincere sense of earnesty. Oh my god, my heart is absolutely pounding. I've never had someone praise my artwork like that before. All of that sadness I was feeling just a minute ago had just completely vanished.
お取り込み中？ちょっと失礼しますね。
I don't like this.
どうしたの？いちこ、あんたそろそろ出る時間でしょ。変わるから中に戻りな。まだいいよ。10分前で大丈夫だから。無職のくせに何が大丈夫なんだか。
You don't have to be rude. Nobody asked you to do that.
院長がお偉いさんに頼んでこの日曜にわざわざ時間を作ってもらったんだからね。服も
髪もちゃんとしてよ。委員長に恥かかせないで。いい？
God damn it. I hate this so much. You're the one embarrassing yourself around here.
返事はあんたちゃんと聞いて。
わかったから。ごめんなさい。私失礼します。
君、待ちなさい。仕事を探しているのならうちに来るといい。ちょうど住み込みの女中を募集していてね。興味があれば少し話でもどうかな。
私？
住み込みの女中？失礼ですが、あなた。
Take your negativity elsewhere. Thank you, madam.
おっと、その前にこの絵をもらうよ。手持ちがあまりないのだけれど2000円でどうだろう。
Damn. With those words, Amane gracefully slid 2 bills into a can that only had some loose change rattling around inside. That was the first time I've ever seen paper glisten like that. Those are fresh off the press.
約束の時間まであと15分か。そうだ、せっかくだし。
I pulled the new sketchbook that I just bought yesterday out of my bag. I can definitely kill some time with this.
何を書こう。やっぱり梅ペンシル。
Suddenly, beautiful emerald rings fluttered right past my face. They playfully danced around the fountain, then gently landed on the shoulder of the sleeping angel, as if they were taking a rest.
きれい。よし。こんな感じかな。
I really thought about giving up on my art, but Amane's words were powerful enough to get me to go buy a new sketchbook. He offered me food, clothing, and shelter with more than adequate salary. He even said that I was free to pursue my hobbies as long as I did my work. Then he told me that I really need to create more art. Those words made me so happy. The staff member said that I shouldn't take him seriously, but I ended up buying not only a new sketchbook, but some extra new pencils as well.
かわいい。
It was a first page worth commemorating. For some reason, looking at this piece makes me feel like everything will be okay.
これ一冊埋めるのは大変そうだけど、これからここでたくさん綺麗なものが描けたらいいな。よし、いい時間だ。
I put the sketchbook back in my bag, then began walking towards the entrance.
カラス？どこだろう。庭の方かな。広すぎて見えないよ。
Huh. These eyes are suspicious. Oh, someone's standing there. He's so big. I wonder if he's a security guard. He followed me from the gate all the way to the entrance.
こんにちは。
Oh, okay. Be rough. Why is he watching me so intently? Did I do something wrong?
はじめまして。今日からお世話になる北川一子です。
I didn't read that. Whoops. Maybe he's not allowed to talk to people, or something like that. I feel like I remember someone telling me that's the case at a castle in England. I managed to convince myself that I was correct, and awkwardly forced myself to walk past this man who would no longer look me in the eye. That car. Next to the entrance, a jet black luxury car was parked in the driveway. This was the car that Amine got into when I saw him off that first day I met him. Nothing about any of this was a dream. Suddenly, the reality of this situation hit me all at once, and I was now very tense. This is absolutely not the time to start feeling nervous. That's when I looked down at my watch and saw that it was now exactly the time that I was supposed to be here.
ごめんください。ごめんください。ごめんください。
I then rang the doorbell. I could hear a voice calling out from inside. That was when, as if someone was standing by waiting for me, the doorknob quickly made a clanking sound as it began to turn.
いちこくん。
Is he waiting?
いらっしゃい。よく来たね。
That's suspicious. That's weird. The ceiling is so high.
暑かったろう。今日は30度を超えると聞いて驚いたよ。
He's got a birthmark on his neck. His eyes are two different colors.
6月最後の日曜とはいえ、夏はまだ先だと思っていたんだけれど。
Just the entrance hall of this place alone is bigger than a normal person's entire house.
いちこくん、立ち止まっていないで、中へおいで。
はい、靴は。
そのままで構わないよ。我が家は海外からいらっしゃるお客様も多いから、西洋式なんだ。
No, please. At least the second floor, please don't wear shoes, please.
そうなんですね。それじゃあ。
Filled with hesitation, I nervously took my first step inside. I just needed to take another step, then another step. Wow. Even the sound of my footsteps in my cheap shoes echoes with an enchanting elegance. This is too much. It feels like I'm at a fancy ball or something. It reminds me of that famous... what's it called?
6名館。あ、いえ、あんまり素敵な玄関ホールでなんだか6名館みたいだなって。もちろん見たことはないので想像ですが。
なるほど。やっぱり君は芸術家だね。すごくいい感性を持ってる。この屋敷は大正時代にイギリス人の建築家が設計したものなんだ。6名館ほど華美ではないけれど、同じく贅を尽くした空間だ。デザインも使われている素材も、この腰壁一つとっても彼や職人のこだわりが見て取れる。暖炉のマントルピースもそうだ。せっかくここで働くのだからね。時間をかけて屋敷中細部まで堪能するといい。
ありがとうございます。見せてもらうのが楽しみです。
ああ、他の部屋もきっと期待を裏切らない。疲れているのに立ち話で申し訳ないが、まずは君の部屋に案内するよ。少し休むといい。仕事の話はそれからだ。
He's got like really full, well, he's got like a really full bottom lip. I don't know about his top lip, but he's got a nice bottom lip. I can't believe that my room is inside the residence itself. I figured I'd be staying in a separate building or something. Amine led the way with the sound of my footsteps following directly behind him. The floor creaked softly. I could faintly hear the sound of clothes rustling. It's so quiet. A little too quiet.
他の使用人の皆さんは
通いはいるけれど住み込みは君一人だ。
That's interesting.
まあでも家事すべてを押し付けるつもりはないから心配はいらないよ。
Why
部屋
am
は
I the
2
only
階だ。
live-in?
足元に気をつけて。
I don't like that. That's suspicious. That's weird. It's giving creep. No way. I didn't think for a second that I'd be the only one. I wonder if things will be okay for me here.
いちこくん、
はい。
Things were not at all what I thought they would be, so that urge to just stop in my tracks was strong. Despite my slightly trembling legs, I forced myself to start climbing the stairs. I could hear my heart pounding in my chest. What am I going to do if something happens?
ここを上がって正面が私の部屋で、いちこくんの部屋は左手の突き当たりにある。そして
There's no way anyone would come up here to help me.
その右隣が娘の部屋だ。
That's right, I forgot that he had a daughter. The blood that quickly drained from my face came back and made my cheeks hot. That was close. Thank goodness I didn't say anything weird. I emerged from the staircase into a wide hallway. All of the closed doors made it feel rather claustrophobic, while at the same time, the sunlight coming in from the skylights made it feel rather open. Being in a space where you could feel both of those sensations at the same time was pretty overwhelming.
正面が天音さんの部屋。
This one?
そう、元は主寝室として作られた部屋だけれど、妻が亡くなってから一度改装してね。
Okay.
今は仕事部屋も兼ねた作りになっているよ。階段の隣はバスルーム。
Okay, so this
風呂
one.
の時間は互いに気を使う必要があるけれど、基本的には自由に使ってもらって構わないよ。こっちは客場だ。とは言っても、もう2階にお客様をあげることは。
So this is bathroom. This is my room. This is the daughter's room. And this is the dad's room? This door right here? Or is it this and then this?
なんだ、アリア、起きていたのか。
Aria. I guess that's his daughter. That's a pretty uncommon name.
おいで、いちこくん。娘のアリアを紹介するよ。
Now that I think of it, I never asked how old she was. I wonder, maybe she's still pretty young. I did what was asked of me and stepped into the guest room. In that moment, I realized that any of my predictions about her were completely off base. I could only see the back of her as she gazed out the open window. She had long hair that went down to her waist, and her slender ankles were peeking out from under her skirt. She was clearly much taller than me, not to mention that aura she gives off. She doesn't seem like a child, so she's probably not younger than me.
アリア。
Amane called her name and urged her to greet me. She then calmly turned to face me. It was in that moment a Renoir painting stood before me. She is very beautiful. Oh my goodness. She's got the same birthmark. And she's got his hazel eye color. The one eye. I suddenly remembered an art book that I had completely forgotten about. Somebody had donated it to the orphanage. It was a rather large book. She had this dreamlike beauty. Her thin neck, small face, and big, beautiful eyes were now facing me. Her black hair shined with a bluish tinge from the sunlight. It accentuated the translucency of the whiteness of her skin. It was like the window frame itself was framing a real-life painting. There, standing before me, exuding a beauty that had to be seen to be believed, was Amane's daughter, Aria Iwakura. Oh, she's got another one. She's cute. She's sassy. I bet you she's gonna start out with an attitude and stuff like that. Her small face, ever so petite, neared me. The outlines of her lightly colored eyes came into view as they absorbed the light in the room. What should I do? Should I greet her first? Yeah, I guess I should.
Hello. はじめまして。今日からここでお世話になる北川一子です。よろしく。
She's cute. She replied, glancing at my hand but not shaking it.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
I'm such an idiot. Why in the world did I hold my hand out? Because it's normal? I mean, it's a greeting, that's it. I wonder if that was considered rude. Ugh, this is so awkward. I don't think it would be if she's half American, or well, half Western. It's a pretty common greeting. Her quiet demeanor suggested that she is a person of few words. Maybe it's because both her face and body were so doll-like, but I felt like she was rather cold and distant.
お父様。
They really do look alike. She's got a smaller nose, though.
Hmm?
この部屋、いつ家具の位置を変えたの？
あ
あ、一昨日の夜だよ。手前半分を広めに使えるようにしたいと思ってね。
どうして？
ちょっとした考えがあるんだ。今は内緒にしておくけれど、アリアにもじきにわかるさ。
そう。
She spoke softly as she slipped between us and made her way out of the room. As she got closer to me, a sweet scent that I had never smelled before softly filled my nostrils. What is that? It smelled so good, like a mix of flowers, medicinal herbs, and citrus. I guess beautiful people have a lovely scent to them as well.
部屋に戻るのかい？
You going back to your room?
ええ。あまり具合が良くないの。
そうか。それならゆっくりお休み、アリア。
This is bothering me. Okay, sorry.
アリアは体が弱くてね。今日も一日寝ているかと思ったけれど、先に紹介できてよかったよ。さて、この部屋のことはどこまで話したかな
A mild breeze was rustling the curtains. She was just so beautiful. In my mind, I could still see her facing away from me in front of the frame. What a beautiful painting it would be. The girl depicted in it could turn to face me once again. When our eyes met, my throat got tight and I had trouble breathing properly. Oh, somebody's got a crush.
それじゃ、また1時間後に。
So the whole entire house is styled like this? Like it looks Western, but it's not in the room? Or...
こんなの聞いてない。
Just when I thought I was about to able to breathe again, the thoughts I had in my mind came spilling out into words as I exhaled. The attractiveness of the person I'm working for has nothing to do with me, but wow, I almost felt like I was betrayed. Like I took a sneak attack straight to the face.
あんなに綺麗な人がそばにいたら毎日緊張してしょうがない。
My heart was still beating like mad. It wasn't showing any signs of slowing down.
もうしっかりしなきゃ。
I took some deep breaths to try and bring myself back to equilibrium, then took my time as I looked around the room. Suddenly, I felt as if my field of vision was slowly starting to expand.
前は仏間だったって言ってたっけ？
Yeah, Amane mentioned that to me when he was telling me about the rooms. The ceiling seemed to be quite elaborate, and resembled a goat board made out of lattice squared timber. It's so cool that I can look up at the ceiling when I lie down every night. I wouldn't say this room is all that big, but it is both beautiful and comfortable. To think that they would let me use a room like this. Feeling incredibly grateful towards Amane, I began to unpack my belongings. Not like it would take me very long with the small amount of things I brought. I put my pajamas and underwear away, after which I quickly found myself feeling pretty bored.
そういえば仕事着を入れておいたってここかな？
I casually opened up one of the drawers to find 2 outfits of the same color, neatly folded and tucked away.
この生地すべすべ。私の普段着よりずっと高そう。
I slipped the dress over my head and tied the apron that was lying underneath the dress. I tied the ribbon in the back nice and tight, and unbeknownst to me in that moment, I began to smile. Brand new maid's uniform that fits me like a glove, a beautiful fountain visible from my window. It all makes me nervous, but at the same time, it's not the least bit unpleasant. I can't remember any other time in my life where I felt like this. It's a quiet room where nobody can hear me talk to myself. It feels like another lifetime ago when I was silently crying in my 3-person company dorm room last month. Maybe I can finally get a fresh start here. I was 16 years old. There I was, living on my own, right at the beginning of adulthood.
よし、着替えも済んだし、そろそろ。ってあれ、まだ30分しか経ってない。どうしよう。せっかくだし、今のうちに2階の部屋を見て回ってみようかな。
Every room in this house is going to be workplace, so I should be able to come and go as I please. With Amane's words echoing in my head, I quickly put them into action and began moving.
まずはどの部屋から見てみよう。
Oh, okay. Let's check out the bathroom. It's so spacious, not to mention it oh, this is a really nice bathtub. What the heck? The bathtub is also deep enough so that you can easily immerse yourself in it. The changing room and the toilet are both neat and tidy. It really makes me wonder if it's okay for me to use this room. It was an opulent room with eye-catching wallpaper and decor with red and gold tones. The vibe in here is a bit different from the rest of the house. I guess this is just his personal preference. There's lots of very expensive looking things around the room. Look at that huge camera. It's so cool. Oh. Nope. Can I? How do I go down? I go back to my room. I can feel the after effects of what happened earlier. Oh. Standing in the same place Aria did before, I could feel my heart beating softly. Looking at the room from there, I noticed that the furniture and decor in the room was not only tasteful, but it matched with the rest of the residence's interior quite well.
蓄音機にレコード。誰の趣味だろう。
I wonder if they use these plates. Or if they're like the decorative ones that you always keep away because like they're too nice to use, and unless it's like for like something super important. On top of the glass shelves were a bunch of Western style figurines arranged in a well-balanced, aesthetically pleasing way.
天使がいっぱい。かわいい顔。
There were 7 angel figurines in all. Among them was an angel with this charming, gentle look on its face that really caught my eye. What was its name? Why are you putting your hands on that? Just look at it through the glass. Oh. Wait a second. Looks like the phone on the desk is off the hook. That's kind of strange. There might be a reason for that. I really shouldn't just hang it up without saying anything. Who knows what would happen? I think I'll just leave it alone for now. Nothing. Oh! If I open the window, I see... You can smell the driveway from here. Oh yeah, Mr. Amane mentioned that he rearranged the furniture in here. It seemed like he had some meaningful reason to do so. Maybe he thought his daughter would like it. We're just gonna keep cycling through, I guess. I have no idea where to go. I think I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Can I just stop? Oh. That's what I was supposed to do. Okay. Never mind. Each room is both beautiful and charming in its own way. It's fun just to look around, so I don't feel like cleaning them would be such a chore. Yeah, don't say no. Sorry. I saw something on my leg and I thought it was a bug. It was just a blankie. Lost in thought, I glanced over at the clock to see that an hour had now passed. Guess it's too late to worry about those things at this point. I looked at myself in the mirror and adjusted my collar. And then I took a big, deep breath.
Yoshi, 行こう.
I stepped out of my room, which I had already begun to get a little attached to. What's happening?
いちこくん来たね。おいで、こっち。
はい。
Oh, I didn't mean to. Oops. Oh my god, this chair. What a huge window. You can clearly see the garden from here.
せっかくだから外が見える席に座るといい。ここで。
あ
りがとうございます。広い。綺麗なお庭ですね。花がたくさん。
この小食堂はブレックファストルームと呼ばれていてね、気分よく朝食をとるために設計された部屋なんだ。私も気に入っているけれど、景色が寂しくならないよう年中植え替えが必要だから管理にはなかなか苦労しているよ。
Even from here, I can't quite tell how far back the garden spans. I'm sure it really is tough to maintain an area this big.
さて、焼き菓子でもどうかな。ここから好きなものを選ぶといい。コーヒーはもう少し。
The hot water ran down from a thin spout, then disappeared into the paper filter. The coffee's rich, deep aroma began to spread throughout the room. Okay. What a handsome man. Feels weird to say it at this point, but Mr. Amane is far from ordinary looking. He's both tall and refined, so he looks good even when he's just standing around. Huh. Wait, what am I thinking? His daughter bears some resemblance to him, but at the same time, doesn't. When I see him like this, maybe Mr. Amane is actually the more doll-like of the two.
Hmm? なんだい？何か質問かな？
いえ、その。ごめんなさい。親子でよく似ていらっしゃると思って、つい。
よく言われるよ。自覚はあまりないけれど、どうやらそのようだね。
That makes sense. I mean, they are both incredibly good-looking. I'm sure his late wife must have been gorgeous as well.
悪くね。いちこくんも。さあ、どうぞ。
すみません。ありがとうございます。
それじゃあ、改めて本題に入ろうか。
Oh, about to get our itinerary.
いちこくんにお願いしたい仕事は、掃除が中心にはなるのだけれど、他にも頼みたいことがいくつかあってね。まずは、ここに書かれた仕事を問題なくこなせるようになってもらえると助かるよ。
Amane then reached into his pocket and handed me a white piece of paper. Collect the sheets and laundry in a special basket and place them outside the service entrance to the kitchen before noon. The paper he handed me had 5 tasks written down with all the specific details I needed.
大まかだけれど、やるべきことは分かりそうかな。
はい。このリストすごく助かります。いつまでに何をやらなきゃいけないのか分かりやすくて。
それはよかった。実際にやってみると分からないことも出てくるだろうけれど、その時は相談してくれればいいからね。
ありがとうございます。でも掃除とこのリスト以外の仕事は誰が？
その話もしておかないとね。まず、どうして住み込みの使用人がいちこくんだ
That
けな
would be
んだ？
nice to answer. Almost as if he suddenly remembered something, Amane took a sip of coffee and continued on.
今はとても静かだけれど、以前はここで10人以上の使用人が働いていたんだよ。 みんなにはとても助けられていた。でもそれだけ人が多いと問題も多くてね。盗みはもちろん、人間関係で何度か大きな揉め事も。そういういざこざに年々疲れてしまってね。最終的には利点と欠点を天秤にかけて人のいない気楽さを取った。現状はそんなところかな。
That must be why, aside from daily cleaning, he has outside help for the other chores. Blah 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 blah. There's a nearby dry cleaners that takes care of the laundry every day, and someone from a local Western restaurant comes in to prepare all the meals. I never even imagined that one could live like this. I guess it's easier than having people always in your house and dealing with the uneasiness of that.
それぞれその道の職人に頼んでしまうのが最も効率がいい。けれどそれで事足りるかといえばそうとも言えなくてね。私たちと彼らの間をつなぐ役割を君に担ってもらえるととても助かるんだよ。
Taking out the laundry baskets to be picked up, then washing the dishes after meals. As I read through this list of tasks, I realized that it painted a perfect picture of all the things that must have caused Amane trouble in the past. I had to do various chores everywhere I've been, so I feel like I can handle this. Granted, it's not necessarily easy work, but I'm relieved to know that everything I'm being asked to do is something I'm at least somewhat familiar with, or have some experience doing.
あとはアリアといい関係を築いてくれればそれが一番だな。
That makes sense. Oh, since I'm only a housemaid here, it's only natural that I would be looking after her as well.
聞いてもいいですか？お嬢？
アリアかい？とても素直でいい子だよ。それにとても美しい。それは見ればわかるかな。
はい。あんな綺麗な人、映画の中でも見たことない。
私も親ながらそう思うよ。しかしあれだけ容姿が際立って、幼少期は危険な目に遭うことも多くてね。だが幸いというべきではないのだろうけれど、体が弱いこともあってずっと自宅学習でね。屋敷から出ずに過ごすようになってからは比較的平穏に暮らしているよ。今はここへ来るお客様をもてなすことがアリアの仕事のようなものだな。
So she's kind of taken over the hostess job. That's unbelievable. I can't even imagine living like that. I wonder how long it's been since she last left the house. Like, does she not leave at all? Like, you don't let her leave, like, at all? Or she just doesn't go out? Must be hard being both that beautiful and so physically weak. I hate when they make pretty people, like, weak. It's like they have to nerf them somehow.
その仕事、ここへ来るお客様っていうのは？
私の友人知人もいれば仕事の関係者も多いよ。当然誰でも招待するわけではないけれどね。アリアの話は表立ってしないようにはしていても噂を聞いて会いたがる者も多い。それが他国の要人だってこともある。
That's weird. Don't do that. Why are you trying to meet somebody's daughter? That's weird. I didn't read that. Whoops.
岩倉の名前に集まってくる者もそれには未だに手を焼いているよ。
Iwakura name. As soon as Amane uttered those words, a conversation I heard a few days ago at the orphanage between the contractor and one of the staff members crossed my mind.
あの子がこんな幸運を隠し持ってたなんてな。
He's hiding such a fortune?
ありゃ名字からしても旧家族のもんだろ。実はさ、見せてもらった住所の家ちょっくら見てきたんだけど、本当にバカでかいなんてもんじゃねえって。家族じゃないなら堅気じゃねえなってくらい。俺も若い女なら色目でも使って雇ってもらうのにな。
It's disgusting. That was so gross. Just remembering what he said made me want to puke. But I'll give him a little credit because it doesn't seem like he was wrong. I don't know what flavor of nobility they could have been, but based on what I just heard from Ramune, it certainly seems like the Iwakura name carries some historical significance.
無理はしないよういつも言っているのだけれどね。アリアなりに私の立場を考えてくれているようで、堅苦しい場にもいつも同席してくれるんだ。ただ人と関わるのは本当にその時くらいでね。年の近い相手と話すことはまずないから、そういう機会があればとずっと思っていたんだよ。
Okay, so now I know that's where I come in. Can't help but wonder if someone like me would be a good conversation partner for her. I'm sure if he looked around, he could find a more suitable person than me.
過去にいた女中さんはどんな風にお嬢様と接していたんでしょう。
そうだな。仲の良かった女中はいたけれど、彼女なんかは幼い頃からの付き合いだったからね。
Childhood friend.
成長してからはどうだろう。数ヶ月前までいた前任者は参考にならないからな。
前任者？
ああ、彼女はアリアと全く気が合わなくてね、あの子がクビにしてしまったんだ。
クビですか？
参ったよ。アリアも一度決めたことは曲げない性格だから。
Although she made the choice, I trust and believe her too.
でも、イチコ君は心配いらない。年の離れていた彼女と違って君は同い年だ。
Not much older.
二人ならきっとうまくいくよ。私はそう思ってる。
I'm glad he's still optimistic, but just because we're the same age doesn't mean everything is going to be okay. Wait, really just said we're the same age? Seriously?
おや、コーヒーに手をつけていないね。苦いのはあまり得意じゃなかったかな。
お、
実はでも焼き菓子と一緒なら平気です。いただきます。
無理することはないよ。砂糖とミルクをたっぷり使うといい。実はアリアも苦いものが苦手でね。ほら、また共通点
yeah,
が見つかった。
we're gonna bond over our shared like of having sweet coffee. If that's enough to make us get along, then I'll take it.
もうこんな時間か。1階の案内をと思っていたのだけれど、難しそうだな。
Wow.
お仕事ですか？
ああ、ちょっと急ぎのものがあってね。仕事は明日からで構わないから、今日はどこでも好きに見て回るといい。2階はどうだった？自分の部屋以外も見てみたかい？
はい、天音さんのお部屋もとても素敵で。
ありがとう。壁紙がお気に入りでね。
Was it your wife that picked that out? Oh, I guess we'll never know.
それじゃ私は書斎に。何かあればいつでも声をかけていいからね。
わかりました。
お忙しいところお時間をいただきありがとうございました。
堅苦しい礼なんか必要ないよ。それは雇い主の責務だ。やるべきことはすぐに分かるようになるだろうから、ゆっくり慣れていくといい。気をせいてもいいことはないから。いいね。
His voice was so calm and composed. I nodded my head, then Amane gently narrowed his eyes at me before leaving the breakfast room. I heard the sound of the door closing in the distance, and felt my shoulders instantly relax in that moment. I really ended up in an unbelievable house, didn't I? I listened carefully to everything he said. I don't know if I really understand at the time just how amazing it all was. But at least I know what's going to be expected of me for work. I just need to make that my top priority and make sure I do my job well.
まずはゆっくり慣れていく。
Mr. Amane really is an incredibly kind gentleman. It's really difficult to get a read on, though. Probably shouldn't rely on him too much. It made me feel a bit empty inside knowing that I can't just accept his kind words at face value. Still, when I can think like that, I feel I can hold my head up high.
よし、とりあえず今は1階を見てもらって。今何の音だろう。窓？
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I stepped into the adjoining room while I was trying to track down the sound I just heard.
ここは大丈夫だ。
Sorry, it's late for me right now. My footsteps echo louder and My footsteps echo louder in here than anywhere else I've been in this house. It's big enough where it could be used as a dance hall. This wall is made of a different material. I think it's called a partition? This one feels like it's a little taller than the one in the entrance hall.
あそこに彫ってあるのは果物？
Carving. I looked up and saw an intricately decorated white ceiling. I wanted to look around and admire the beauty of this room some more, but it didn't seem like the sound came from here. All the windows were closed and there was no sign of anyone around.
この壁の小窓、配線口？ということは隣はやっぱり厨房だ。
There was a pantry connected to it, with an opening in the wall facing the dining room that I had a huge serving table set up. Even though there's only 2 people living here, this kitchen is bigger than the one at the orphanage. I guess it would really come in handy if they ever do big parties in the dining room.
結局さっきの音は何だったんだろう。ヤナリ？
Yeah, the house creaking. That sure caught me off guard.
これでやっと最後か。もうなんで今日に限ってこんなに暑いの？
Was she the one making that noise? Maybe I heard the back door close. Looks like there's bottles of liquor in these boxes. So maybe she's from the liquor store.
うわあ、びっくりした。あなたは、もしかして新しい女中さん？いつからいた？今来たとこ？ごめんね、全然気づかなくて。今日からだって天音さんに聞いてたのに、もうすっかり。私、宮内すいです。この家のご飯係
kind of hungry too.
ご飯係ってことは近所の洋食屋さんの。
そうそう、キッチンプリス。
Teaching Plus. That's a cute name.
岩倉家には2年前から家族でお世話になってるんだけど、
Two?
この
Wow.
春から普段の食事は私一人で全部やらせてもらってるんだ。
Whoa. She does all this on her own? That's incredible.
それで女中さんのお名前は？
北川一子です。
いくつ？
16。
じゃあ同い年だ。なんか嬉しい。よろしくね。
Wow. Okay, never mind. I feel a bit overwhelmed by her bright, expressive mannerisms that clash with her otherwise cool yet tense features. And nevertheless, I somehow managed to nod along to what she was saying, and...
ちなみにまかないも任されてるからリクエストがあったらこっそり言ってね。
Good to know. Sui said this with a smile as she flashed me her perfectly aligned teeth. Her casual and down-to-earth demeanor just naturally puts me at ease. I've hardly had the chance to meet anyone my own age ever since I graduated from junior high school, and yet somehow I managed to meet 2 people my age today. Aria and Sui. I guess everyone around here has interesting, unique names. I'm just Ichiko.
さてと、とりあえずこれ台にあげちゃわないと。はあ、おいしょっと。あ、待って、
so close.
ダメかも。
なにこれ。重っ。
落とさなくてよかった。ありがとう、いちこ。今日は荷物運びが多くって、もう体力使い切っちゃったみたい。
すごいよ、こんなに重いもの。よく一人で運べたね。
腕力には自信あるんだ。毎日食材の積み下ろしをしてるから。でも今日みたいな暑い日くらいみんな助けてくれたっていいじゃんね。そこの守衛さんなんて目があっても見てるのふりだよ。
Ugh, that man? Yeah, I know. He's so sassy. For what?
あまねさんにはいっつもペコペコしてるくせに。
Ugh, the bootlicker. I see. I feel like I learned something about this guy. Sui's so full of emotion when she talks, I could listen to her all day. She went through a wide range of ever-changing expressions as she told me more stories. I nodded along attentively. Before I knew it, with the kitchen knife in hand, Sui had all the ingredients she was going to use neatly lined up on the counter. I looked on with bewilderment when she both quickly and evenly chopped up all the potatoes on the cutting board. Wow, she really is a professional.
料理はいつもここで作ってるの？
日によるかな。最近はうちの店で作ってからここへ持ってくることが多いかも。ちなみに今日はビーフシチュー。私の得意料理だから期待してて。
Beef stew is good. She's amazing. I felt like she instantly switched from shooting me a friendly smile to intensely focusing on her handiwork. I know we're the same age, but Sui seems more self-reliant and grown up than me. This really isn't the time for me to be daydreaming. I should take this opportunity to check out the rooms I haven't seen yet, so I can do things right when I start working tomorrow. Wow. Drawing room. I think this is the drawing room where they entertain guests. The exquisite furniture is arranged beautifully.
おしゃれな窓。こういうのなんて言うんだっけ？ステンドグラス？
It felt like walking into a church you'd find overseas. There's another door in here. Let's see. Oh, looks like it's connected to the sunroom. one red?
おしゃれなサンルーム。ここからも庭が見渡せるんだ。
I've always admired the sunrooms I spotted at rich people's houses in my neighborhood, but this one thoroughly puts any of those to shame. Both the size and design are on another level.
あれ？庭に人がいる？
The heat haze made it hard to see, but that was definitely a tall man. He had a stepladder slung on his right shoulder and a huge pair of pruning scissors in his other hand. It seemed like he was tending to the garden in the seat all by himself. I mean, this garden is massive. There's no way it could be maintained without a gardener. It made sense when I thought about it, but the idea that someone would have a dedicated gardener at their home is still something else. This looks a little dusty. I guess that's because there hasn't been anyone else working at the house. It's pretty tidy for the most part, but it still looks a bit messy with all these things piled up. What a grand chandelier. It makes me wonder if it'd come crashing down in an earthquake. It's good to know. Okay, so I can't switch, like... Okay. The doors are open. This door has a large glass window. I can get out from the terrace from here. There's a small table and some chairs. I guess they eat out here sometimes. I never even imagined being able to do such elegant things. Let's go back to the kitchen. Oh my, something smells wonderful.
いい匂いでしょう。ビーフシチューのお肉、野菜とは別で炒めてるんだ。
Ooh, free taste.
いちこ、待ってね。ちょっぴり塩コショウしてっと。はい、フォーク。
ありがとう。じゃあ一つだけ。このお肉おいしい。
でしょ？私が言うのもなんだけど、焼くだけで美味しいお肉って本当に焼くだけでいいと思うんだよね。だってそれが一番美味しいもん。
She's right.
確かにそうなのかも。でも私はスイのビーフシチューもすごく楽しみ。
ありがとう。焼いただけ肉に負けないように頑張ります。
They're so cute. Maybe check here again? Maybe I'll just, you know, double checking. There's this strange scent in here. It smells different from all the other rooms. Scented candles? Is that where the smell is coming from? Suspicious. It's pretty dim with no windows in here. I definitely wouldn't want to spend long periods of time in here. No.
なんとなくだけど、これで全体の間取りが分かった気がする。あとは、そうだ、今のうちに外の廃棄箱も。ねえ。
Oh, it's Aria.
お嬢様、どうされたんですか？私。
Yeah.
はい。お腹が空いたの。朝から何も食べていないから倒れそう。ああ、 そうですか。お腹が。え、お腹すい。すみません。すぐに何か用意できるか聞いてきます。ええ、そうして。
Oh my god. I thought my heart was gonna burst out of my chest. I turned around and her beautiful face was just right there in front of me. Damn it. This is awful. I made myself look like an idiot in front of her. At this rate, she's gonna end up hating me. I need to turn things around quickly. My first day came to a close without incident, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief. I put together some warm bread from the toaster oven, steak, and some veggies to garnish. Beef stew was still cooking, so we had to come up with something so we didn't have to keep Aria waiting. Thanks to Sui's quick thinking, we were able to bring her a delicious meal pretty quickly.
Oishii.
Probably hates hearing that. Like, she's probably like so tired of being told, "You're beautiful." Even just thinking about her like that is enough to make me feel this strange, spellbound feeling. Looking down, I can see my bloated tummy even though it's already been a few hours since I ate. But still, Sui's an incredible chef. Everything she makes tastes amazing. With skill like that, it's no wonder they were able to leave her in charge of this all by herself. Somebody's sleepy after eating. God, it's late. I peered out the window and saw the stars twinkling in the night sky. Suddenly, in that moment, I felt a rush of sadness, like my heart was being squeezed. It was that first night feeling. I felt it when I first moved into the orphanage, whenever I went to live with foster parents, and when I moved into the company dormitory at my last job. Even though everything about this place is so much nicer than the other ones before, I still felt that same depression, loneliness, and anxiety. It's like my entire body was remembering those feelings. Well, that's normal. You haven't... This is the first day of a whole new experience. The wave of depression that suddenly washed over me slowly, but surely, began to fade. My bed is so soft and comfy. I wonder what tomorrow has in store for me. I think that's super early. How do you set alarms? Oh, alarm clock, right. I forgot you had to set the shorthand and then crank it, then press it down, and then leave it. Okay, that should do it. My eyelids slowly began to close as I gazed about the beautiful ceiling. Soon after, I drifted off to sleep. I can't hear a thing coming from the next room. With that thought in mind, I found myself on the precipice of a dream. There's a sweet scent in the air. Aria turned to face me as she stood in front of that same window. She was radiant. I was being engulfed by the light shining in from behind her. Without any resistance, I began to fall into deep sleep.
お父様、もういい？
ああ、もういいよ。お疲れ様。今日はえらく不機嫌だね。少し痛くしてしまったかな。
つまらない冗談ね。
そう怒らないでくれ。何がそんなに気に入らないんだい？
分かっているでしょ。相談もしないでどうしてあんな子を連れてきたの？
なるほど、そのことか。ちょっと試しにと思ってね。やはり女中がいないのは不便だろ。それに何よりアリアの暇つぶしになると思ってね。アリア、そうすねないでくれ。最近忙しくてあまりそばにいられないから、君のために何かしたかったんだ。分かってくれるね。
うん、お父様。
気に入らなければいつでもクビにすればいい。それだけのことさ。すべてはアリア次第なのだから。おっと、すまない。無理をさせてしまったかな。疲れたね。今日はもう眠りなさい。大丈夫。ほら、目を閉じて。息を吸って息を吐いて。そう、それでいい。そのままゆっくり。
The way the art style looks is like, that looks like a hickey, but then it also looks like if she's wearing chapstick, it's smudged.
おやすみ、アリア。おやすみ。
I don't think I like where this is going. I do think that's a good savings point though, and then I can always come back. Ah, anyways, that was the start of Iwakura Aria. I am gonna upload the unedited version, though I don't know if there's too much to edit anyways. It's a visual novel after all, so I don't know, you know? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it so far though. Well, I'll see you guys later. Yeah? Let me know if you enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep playing it though. Not right now though, it's late. But yeah. Bye!